Hello children, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with me, FPV with Patrick. Now today's story is all about why Patrick chose to leave CNHL as his LiPo battery sponsor. So let's rewind time and we're going to begin this story as we find Patrick in Vietnam just 1 month ago. Let's see what he has to say. In the last year, I've had this many lipos die on me. Add to that another 4 that I gave away because they died, and that makes a total of 30 dead lipos in a year, which is about 2.5 every month, which in my opinion is not really acceptable. So in all seriousness now, the reason why, to sum up, I left CNHL is because I just don't find their LiPo batteries reliable enough for me personally. I had way too many die on me in a short space of time, even ones that were new, they're dying after like 1-2 weeks, and I just don't really find that acceptable. And when it comes to sponsorships, I'm not just looking to get hold of free stuff. I'm looking to recommend gear and be using gear and promoting gear that I myself truly 100% believe in, and I know there's people out there who trust my word, and I don't want to be recommending something that I personally don't believe in. So that's why I decided to ditch them basically, and I don't want to be throwing any hate on CNHL, and I don't want you guys to be throwing any hate on them. I think in particular the Speedy Pizza team is really awesome, and they're fantastic guys, and they help me out so much, and I think their batteries are competitively priced, but personally I just can't recommend him anymore, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, moving on to the future, what LiPo brand am I going to be using going forwards? And I have been using a new LiPo battery for about 5 to 6 months now, and I'm going to get into that a bit later. But first, I just want to give a shout out to my other sponsors who do support me, because I feel like I'm super thankful to them, and I feel like it should be shared with you guys just how awesome they are, because this is gear that I trust 100% and can recommend wholeheartedly to you. So firstly, I just want to give a shout out to Superfly, and they are the frames that I fly. I've been flying their Juice Mode and something else which is coming soon. Hopefully I'm going to release more info on that soon. But yeah, their frames, they fly amazing. They're super durable. I can't fault the performance, no complaints. And like I said, something's cooking with Superfly. More info on that coming soon. Next sponsor I want to give a shout out to is Deep Space. They have been super fantastic in their support, and it's a really awesome company. The performance of their motors is incredible. And you know what, the one thing that's really surprised me about using their motors, I've been using them for about 7 months now, and do you know how many I've destroyed in that 7 months? And I've been sending it hard, crashing a lot. 2. Just 2 motors. That is absolutely insane. I had Vivian, who runs Deep Space, ask me, did I need any new motors? And I said no, because they've all survived pretty much. So that's amazing. I can't recommend them enough. On to the next sponsor who I want to give a huge shout out to, and that is Foxeer, and I use their electronics. I've been using them for probably about 1.5 years now, and again, they've been bulletproof. I think I've been through like 1 ESC in that time, I think. I did destroy a flight controller, but that was a soldering error, my mistake, so I can't fault them for that. Amazing performance, and again, the durability. It's just gear that lasts. So 100% recommend them. I've been using the Foxeer Reaper and the F722 flight controllers. Really, really good stuff. And on to my last sponsor that I want to give a huge shout out to, one of my oldest sponsors, and that is HQ Prop. And their propellers, I'm keep banging on about the J37s. I absolutely love them. They're really great performance, super durable, super grippy in the air. In fact, they've got so many different types of propellers. All the other Juicy series of props, plus the P series, plus a bunch of other racing stuff. I can't fault them, not one complaint. They're awesome. So, back to the topic in hand, which is LiPo batteries. As I said earlier, I have been flying another brand of lipos for about 5 months now. I've been testing them because I didn't want to commit to any sponsorship without testing the lipos first. So, what is the brand that I've been flying for the last 5 to 6 months? It is, I've got one here, Tattoo. And I've been flying their 1200 milliamp hours, 6S batteries, 150C for quite a while now. I've also got a 1050, which is great. So, after much testing, much bashing, I've decided that Tattoo is my new lipo sponsor. Well, I didn't decide. They kindly agreed to take me on, so I'm really thankful to them. The 1200s are the ones that I've been flying most. Look at the size of that. It's tiny. The weight is really light. It's 1200, which is the same as the Speedy Pizza capacity, and the C is 150C. So when you're sending it really hard, you've got that extra oomph. And so far, the performance has been incredible. I really can't fault them so far. And do you know, in that 5 to 6 months period, how many of these have died? 0. Absolutely none. They've been flawless so far. I honestly can't complain. Well, actually, the only thing I would complain if I had to about anything is the lack of durability or wrapping on the lipo batteries. I think maybe because they're designed for racing, I'm not sure. And that is one thing I liked about the Speedy Pizzas, that yellow wrapping. So what I've been doing with these ones is I've just been wrapping them with electrical tape actually, which doesn't sound like it would have much durability, but they've been great so far. I've bashed them a lot and they've been holding up really well. Not one has died, so I'm really impressed. So there you go. These are my new lipo batteries of choice, Tattoo 1200s, and probably all of the V5 series actually. They're all great, the 6S ones. So enough talking. I've been banging on for a while now. I thought I would spice things up by putting together a cheeky little edit of all of my favourite flights with these lipo batteries. So let's get into it.
Oh yes!
In the bed, that was sick as hell. Oh yes! Man.